The year was 1899. Queen Victoria was on the throne and had been the monarch for 61 years. Cornelius Widdas was now 53 years old, and his wife Eliza, 60 years old. They were still living at Beechburn Grange. Cornelius was now a senior mining engineer and an agent in charge of many collieries in the surrounding area. Eliza was very busy with her volunteer work with the Hunwick Church and also with many aspects of the community, and was well known, respected, and praised for her good work. Education was strongly expected by Cornelius and Eliza of their 4 boys, Frank, Hugh, Percy, and Henry. They made sure that the boys' strict upbringing was full of varied experiences, so much so that their sons had become well educated and were doing well in their chosen career paths. Frank, aged 26, was a mining engineer and had recently married Lillian Hoyle. Hugh, aged 24, was a medical student. Percy, aged 21, was a coal mining student. And Henry, who was the youngest and now 18 years old, was also a coal mining student. Sadly, at the beginning of 1899, Eliza fell ill, and it was feared she had cancer. In those days, there was little treatment for cancer except risky surgery, which was plagued with complications. So it was that Eliza suffered, and her care was palliative. However, she courageously kept on with her volunteer work for as long as she was able. She died on Sunday afternoon, on July 2nd, 1899, at Beechburn Grange, surrounded by her loving family. She was only 61. The official death certificate stated she died of rectal and vaginal cancer. So at 54 years old, Cornelius was now a widower. The family, and by all accounts the whole community, were devastated by the loss of Eliza. We regret to announce the death which took place at her residence early on Sunday afternoon of Mrs. Eliza Widdas, wife of Mr. Cornelius Widdas of Beechburn Grange. In church work, she was ever an active participant in many spheres, a capable teacher, one of those to most successfully conduct a Bible class, an active worker in the interests of the girls' share of her generosity. Together with her genial husband, manager of the Beechburn collieries, none have been more popular in the district for years, and her memory will long be revered. Mr. Widdas, in his great loss, will have the general respect and esteem with which the late Mrs. Eliza Widdas, wife of Mr. C. Widdas, was held by those who were privileged to claim her acquaintanceship, found expression at the funeral on Wednesday afternoon. Fully 30 coaches and private vehicles assembled at the deceased's residence about 1:30 p.m. It was not to be wondered that a large number of people from these districts attended the service, which was conducted in the Wittenleweer Parish Church. This old-fashioned and quaint building was packed to its utmost capacity. After the service, the bearers, all mine managers under Cornelius, carried the coffin up to the new cemetery at Wittenleweer, where the last rites were performed by the vicar of Hunwick. The boys' Bible class marched in front of the hearse, and the procession was followed by 13 horse-drawn mourning coaches and many private coaches. A significant crowd of mourners gathered to honor the deceased. The coaches were in order of importance, and the list read like a who's who of the county. A number of wreaths were sent, including one from her only living sister. With love from Sister Rachel and family. Eliza was buried near the grave of her 3 children, who had tragically died in 1 week of diphtheria in 1874. The grave was never marked, nor a stone erected, and its only denotation is Plot 1454. And so life went on for Cornelius, and with the support of his loving family, he looked forward to what the next century held in store for his children and their children.